and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a video for you about a more, well, really is more of a talkative video about going to concerts and the cinema and that sort of stuff alone. Because I noticed really in my own vlogs, I do mention that I do that, but I never really mention anything else about it really. And I have been noticing that a lot of people really don't dare to go to that sort of things alone. So I thought I'd just do a whole video about it, how I look at that sort of thing, do some tips and tricks on doing stuff on your own. And yeah, basically let's get on to it. Okay, first off, I thought I'd just start out with the reason why I like to go to things alone. And the things I go to alone are city trips, things like concerts, movies, that sort of thing. And the reason I like to go there alone is very simply because, well, I have three main reasons really. First off, you don't have to take anyone else's opinion into consideration when it comes down to what movie you want to watch, what city you want to visit, what you want to visit in the city, or what concert you want to go to. Like, you don't have to, like, you know, find someone who wants to do the exact same things as you. For example, I'm going to go to Berlin again, at least I'm planning on going to Berlin again this summer alone, because I really want to go to the movie museum, and it just would be sort of, I don't know, pointless to drag someone else around a awesome city and then pretty much spend hours at a movie museum. Because, you know, it's all about old movies, so I'll like it because I went there before and I really love that museum. But other people might not really enjoy it as much, so it would be kind of a waste for them to have to follow me around there. Kind of pointless. Also with music, my taste in music is mainly rock music from the 70s and 80s. That's kind of not, you know, something a lot of people my age listen to. Well, I mean, a lot of people, but not a lot of my friends, basically. And, you know, with movies I'm actually quite easy. I just love any and all movies that are amusing. There's rarely a movie that I don't like. I just don't like very romantic movies because it's just not my thing. Or horror movies that are too cliche because then it just gets boring. But yeah, I like most movies, but with movies it's more of a thing of I prefer to go there alone because you're sitting in the cinema, you can't really talk anyway, and I just want to focus on the movie. Which brings us to the second thing. I prefer to go alone because then I don't have to, like, worry about anyone else. You know, if I'm standing there, you know, listening to music, watching a band, and I want to take pictures with my phone, I can just walk around from, like, one side of the room to the other side without having to worry that someone else is suddenly going to be like, hey, where did she go? You know, like, I don't have to worry about that. I can just do whatever I want, basically. You know, like, that's just something I really enjoy. And also, you know, you don't have distraction from, like, another person if you're watching a movie, or, you know, like, you just only have to concern yourself with yourself, which I find very relaxing. I gotta say, I'm not necessarily completely antisocial. I'm just very much an introverted person. I prefer to do stuff on my own. I prefer to be alone most of the time. I know I'm making myself sound like some kind of creep. I'm not. I'm actually really nice, but I'm just, you know, a very introverted person, basically. Also, another thing, by the way, is you can plan really easily if you go places alone. That's also a thing that I like. Like me personally, I usually decide on Friday if I want to go to the cinema that weekend. And then I always plan it in a way that I can just easily plan filming for my YouTube channel around it. So it's just very easy to me to only have to take my own schedule into consideration. And not have to, you know, fine tune it with someone else to see when they have time. And with concerts especially, I like to go to a smaller venue because that's basically where the bands that I like to watch go. But yeah, like, as usually they don't sell out, so it sometimes happens that I just notice, hey, there's a cool band playing there tomorrow night, and just buy tickets the same afternoon. You know, like, so you don't have to plan far ahead, whereas with other people, you gotta usually plan ahead a little bit because you both gotta have time. And if you go on your own, you can just, you know, decide split second, whatever you want to do. It's just really, really easy. I actually made a list, yes, so I don't forget stuff, because with this sort of video, I always forget stuff. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Well, this really goes if you go places by car and are as clumsy as I am, but I'm usually the kind of person who drives the wrong way like 5 times. Yeah. And if you're alone in the car, then no one is going to be angry at you for driving the wrong way 50 times. Which also really helps. Like the navigation of my car is just the sort of thing that just, resets the routes and just sends you there via another way if you go the wrong way, and it won't be annoyed at me, which is nice. Another thing, by the way, that I also wanted to mention is, I do go, well, actually to the cinema I go with my bicycle because it's in the center of the city and there's always a lot of people there and all, and yeah, why not? It's a lot cheaper because parking there would be hell with my car. To concerts I usually go with my car, and that's another thing that I did want to mention. If you go places alone, do take your safety into consideration. That's oftentimes something people worry about, and rightfully so in some cases. Like for a start, I don't go to illegal house parties or anything like that, so that helps. Take your safety into consideration is what I'm trying to say here. So, like I said, I go to concerts with my car, which, has a lock and all, and that sort of thing. If you go places with public transportation, like if you gotta go home by train in the middle of the night, it might be safer to go with someone else, at least for the travel, because, not every area is as safe, so do keep that in mind when you're going somewhere alone, also on a city trip. Do keep in mind that if you're there on your own, do make sure that someone at least knows where you are. By your phone or whatever, and, just take it into consideration that not everything is safe to do alone. Especially like me as a woman, I wouldn't want to be in a train in the middle of the night all alone because you just hear random stuff happening sometimes, and I don't want to, be one of those news messages. So, yeah, that's one thing to take into consideration, but I've personally never had issues with safety when I go places alone, so... yeah. And also, a lot of people seem to worry about what other people might think of you if you go places alone. And realistically, I don't think people think as much about other people as people think that other people are thinking about them, if you get my drift. Most people are focused on themselves. Like, when I go to a concert, I'm just, focused on watching the band, listening to the music, taking pictures, and just enjoying it. And I'm not worried about what someone else is doing, about... if someone else is there with a boyfriend, with a group of friends, with colleagues, alone, whatever. I just don't even notice that. At most I'll notice if someone is wearing really cool clothes, because I do always check out other people's clothes. But really, other people aren't going to pay all that much attention to you. Anyway, so, there's really no need to worry about that. And if you encounter the rare person who will think something about you, well, it's really not your problem, because you don't know the person anyway. So yeah, just don't worry about that. And just really my end conclusion to this entire video is basically, you gotta just do what you wanna do. Always keep your safety into consideration, but in general, if you wanna go places alone, then, go for it. It's really fun. If you don't want to, you don't have to feel like you should because it's more cool or whatever. No, it's just, a decision, a choice that you can make or not. If you want to go places with other people, do that. If you want to go places alone, do that. Just do whatever feels right for you. And that's basically all I have to say about the subject. If you want to talk on about it, please feel free to do so in the comment section below, and I'll try to respond as well. For now, at any rate, I really hope this video was useful to you if you're contemplating going places alone, but haven't yet gathered the courage or something. I really hope this video helped. If you did enjoy this video, please click the like button, it would really help me out. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I actually mostly do makeup tutorials. This is a tutorial as well. I'll just link it somewhere up here if you want to see it. For now, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!